So before this video starts, I want to tell y'all, I was only Grandmaster 2 last season, right? However, I also believe the middle ranks, their opinions matter more. Now, hold on, wait, let me explain, because a lot of y'all gonna think that's crazy, right? But the middle ranks are more of a representation of a normal player playing the game. Like, you're not somebody who's brain dead, but you're not a loser that spent hundreds of hours on the game. So your experience is like the more defined, oh, this is actually what a normal person can handle and what normal people, how they play the game. So therefore, y'all takes actually matter more. Does that make sense? Like a Celestial is top, I don't know what, 98% of the game. You're top 2%. Your opinions genuinely don't matter because they don't go for 98% of the other players. Does that make sense? So I'm going to be giving my opinion based off of this whole beef with Necros and stuff. What is actually easier, support or DPS? Spoiler alert, tank is harder than all, but we're not dealing with tanks today, so thank God I don't gotta deal with that. But yeah, I think tank is, frontlining is the hardest in the game, hands down, bruh. That's the only one that actually, I don't want to get into that. I don't want to get into that. But today we're gonna be doing that, and we're gonna be doing that through a tier list. I believe a tier list of the damage, the DPSs, and the healers is the only way how you can truly decide which role is easier. And I believe that because there are some damage dealers that are easier to play than healers, and there are some healers that are easier to play, vice versa. So you have to see, it's like a percent thing, you know what I'm saying? Which hero, what percent of these heroes from this role is actually harder than the other percent to truly know which one is harder. Let's get straight to it, bro. I'm excited. I'm looking excited to get this hate in the comments. So first on the chopping block, we got Luna Snow. I think the three big pillars of how hard something is or how hard the role is these three things, right? We have positioning, your awareness, so how hard is it to position yourself with that type of character, the awareness of that you need to have for that type of character, and also this one's soft, this one's like on the lower end, so it's not as important, but aim, because some people would argue aiming isn't a skill. I would argue it is. I'm not gonna lie, I think it is, but half of the characters in this game you don't have to aim, so that's why it's like more of a touchy one, right? So I would say, to me personally, Luna Snow, bruh, she's literally, I ain't gonna lie, she's dog food, bro. If she gets dived, she's probably one of the easiest, like, main played healers that it is to kill. So therefore, it's really important for you to really be aware on this character, or you're just free dog food. I'm talking, you won't get tore up. And also, you need aim for this character. I'm not gonna lie, this is not a easy character to play in any regard, bro. But also, her kit isn't anything crazy. Like, I'm not gonna hype her up and say, oh my god, this is the hardest character ever to play, bro. No, it's really just, you have to make sure you're positioned very good so you don't get destroyed, and then you have to have good aim, bro. If your aim ain't good, then you're just not good. So therefore, to me personally, she's at least at bare minimum, she's middle. She's literally right down the line of how easy it is to play this character. Next, we got Mr. Fantastic himself, and boy, in this season, he is actually quite fantastic. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it real, bro. He has good survivability. He has decent damage now, and his kit isn't really the hardest thing to learn, bro. You just go back there, be annoying. Wherever you go, just be annoying. That's literally the goal, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think anybody's gonna act like this is the hardest character to play in any way, shape, or form or fashion, bro. If anything, I'm gonna give him an easy, bro. And literally, bro, his hits are so forgiving. You could literally aim at something, miss, and just move over, and you're still hitting them, bro. It's literally free. He's literally free, bro, especially in this season because of the updates, bro. So I'm giving it, I'm not gonna lie, I'm giving him easy, bro. Not the easiest character, but it's still easy, right? I don't think anybody's gonna necessarily disagree with that. Also, I'm gonna try my best not to mention team ups too much, but it is what it is. Sometimes you're gonna have to, you feel what I'm saying? Next we got Iron Man. Look, I'm gonna be real, bro. This is like, you don't really gotta aim. Look at the gameplay. I see the gameplay. Barely having to aim for real. It's really just throw some shit in there. And yeah, you good, bro. It's really just throwing. Yeah, you just shooting, bro. You got an ult that literally can kill healer ults. It's not a hard character, bro. It's really not a hard character. I think a lot of characters honestly will come down to they're not hard, but you would have to switch off sometimes. Like, yeah, like, let's just go ahead, hey, throw them in there, bro. You know, throw them in there. I'm not doing it left to right because I think that don't really matter as much, but we'll talk about it when we talk about it. Next, we got Loki. I'm not gonna lie, bro. This is literally the hardest character in the game, and I don't care what nobody says. He's the best healer, and you don't even see him too much because he's hard to play. Like the fact that literally when I play games, I don't see Loki in every single game, and he's easily the best healer. And that's because he's hard, bro. For when it comes to like the placements of the clone, you have to really keep track of all your kit, bro. Your positioning matters so much for not just you, but for three. Like literally, bro, playing this character is managing the positioning of 3 people. That's literally hard. The aiming is so forgiving, thank God. But yeah, bro. And you have to have your awareness. You have to manage so much. And you literally, bro, you have to play this character at its best. You literally have to play every single character, bro. You can't play this character if you don't know damn near every character, bro. I had a friend that I was playing with, and he's an amazing Loki. But he literally didn't play Loki. I was like, oh, why are you not playing Loki this game? And he said, because you're not playing Cloak and Dagger, and I don't know how to play Invisible Woman. And I was like, that makes so much sense. I'm not mad at that, bro. Yeah, this character is hard, bro. I'm just go ahead and he's already up there, bro. I think that's genuinely the hardest character in the game, bro. And by the way, I know a lot of people were talking about Necros and his you know how he playing him, but Necros is top 500. Of course he's gonna be good at every role, bro. Like duh, you know what I'm saying? So of course he's gonna be able to be Loki, bro. You know what I'm saying? So like it makes sense. But yeah, he's up there. Next, we got Hawkeye. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Hawkeye, you just gotta have aim and be aware of what's going on, bro. It's literally in the same, like, it's the same boat as Luna Snow, for real. It ain't no hard, but it ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I would argue any character that is heavily aim required, at bare minimum, is gonna go in middle, right? Because I know, like I said, a lot of people don't think aiming is a skill, but if that's true, then why can the majority of y'all not aim? Right? Right, exactly. So aiming is definitely a skill, bro. And positioning obviously is still gonna matter. But honestly, if you're playing Hawkeye, I would argue your positioning doesn't matter as much. Like, it does matter, but at the same time, you know your positioning is gonna be just in the back line. Like, you don't have to overthink about where you're gonna be for Hawkeye. Same for Hela, bro. It's literally the same thing. Like, I don't think, the only thing you might want to think about, I guess if you're Hela, since you got more movement, you want to be getting off angles, right? But I don't think it's hard to figure out, oh, there's a ledge, let me get that off angle, let me get some picks. Like, it's not that hard to really, like, you have to be underthinking it. You have to be kind of brain dead not to be able to just be like, oh, let me get this little angle and try to get a healer pick real quick. You see what I'm saying? Alright, so next we got Bucky. This is after the nerfs. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Bucky, he's really not that... I think this character is pretty forgiving all around. I don't think it's a bad character in any shape or form, but that's not even what this tier list is for. I think it's an easy character, bro. It's not as aim oriented as you think. Like, it's not like a Hela or a Hawkeye where you need to make every single shot. The positioning, you got a little bit of movement, bro. It's just a good character, but it's not a hard character, bro. You can play it and be chilling, bro. The ult's pretty nice too. So just go ahead and, man, y'all know where he's going, bro. He's going to easy, bro. It's not a hard character. It's really not, bro. Rocket, yeah, literally the only character that you can play in Healbot and people don't complain. That's the mercy of Marvel Rivals, bro. There's no complaints. Y'all know, I'm not even gonna show gameplay of people playing him. He just deserved to be right there, and that just is what it is. Next, we got Wonder Woman, and like, bro, I'm not gonna lie, you really gotta manage your cooldowns with this character, and quite frankly, this character only works if the team allows you to let it work. If your team is too scattered, which, let's be real, you probably solo queuing, bro. Your team's never going to be together anyway. So, you're never going to get the full benefit from using this character, which is sad, because this is actually a good character, bro. Like, even in the gameplay you can see right now, especially if you get flying characters, where you know you're not getting the full effect, bro. This character is hard. I would honestly argue, to me personally, this is the second hardest but the second hardest healer in the game. I would say this is under Loki, personally. You have to really have the right angle and the right management. You have to micromanage every ability. Bro, God forbid you mess up If you hear an ult and you don't push that ult away, and people say, why didn't you push it away, bro? They are literally gonna be on your meat, on your smeezy, bro. Yeah, this character is hard. I'm not gonna lie. She's not as hard as Loki, but nonetheless, that character, that is a hard healer. Especially, bro, when you deal with dive, bro, depending on what the dive is, because don't forget, we are always, I don't care what nobody says, there's no such thing as a dive meta. This is just a dive game, bro. Everybody want to dive in this game 24/7. I just started playing Overwatch recently. Bro, I've dealt with too much dive comparatively. When I was playing Overwatch, I'm like, dang, bro, why are people not diving me? Like, I'm genuinely, like, I was stunned. I was shocked. Like, wow, there's no dive, bro. It's kind of nice. But yeah, this, especially, yeah, she's getting attacked, but she getting jumped on, bro. But yeah, you have to deal with a lot, bro. You have to literally, bro, yeah, you got to do everything, bro. So good luck to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot to manage with her. She's up there hard. Spider-Man, bro. Honestly, even though I hate you, if you were Spider-Man, man, I deadass want to squeeze the life out you. But I'll give it to y'all. To me personally, I do think Spider-Man, I think this is the hardest DPS. I think Spider-Man is literally the hardest DPS to play. Even if, I don't know if y'all want to bring in or talk about team-ups or not, but you really, bro, first off, I don't think it's hard. Oh, I just farted. Y'all didn't hear that, though. I don't think it's hard to use your cooldowns in an order, because to get a kill, I don't think getting the kill is what's hard. Well, I know that is hard. I ain't gonna lie, because especially without the team up, you're not killing a lot of people, bro. Like if I'm Cloak and Dagger, which I love Cloak and Dagger, I don't think I've ever been killed by a Spider-Man that didn't have the Venom team up. I'm not gonna lie. Honestly, I would even go a step further. We need to stop banning Spider-Man and just start banning Venom and let people throw while choosing Spider-Man. Literally, and if you get one heal in, if they get one heal in during your combo with Spider-Man, you're not getting the kill, and you just wasted time. And now it's literally just a 5v6, bro. And he don't get it wrong, it's a good character, especially when you can pull people off the map, bro. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that character's hard, bro. Especially, bro, imagine aiming. Not only do you have to aim and no positioning and wait out timing to pick your kills, you have to also do that with a small health bar, and also while you're moving 100 miles per hour. Yeah, I'm real. It's borderline impossible. I'm surprised when I see people do that stuff. I'd be like, oh yeah, you deserve it, bro. I don't even ban Spider-Man, because the small chance of somebody being that good to actually do what he does is almost abysmal, bro. Out of my 10 Spider-Man encounters, I might find half a Spider-Man that can do what I'm actually scared of. You see what I'm saying? So he's definitely a hard character. And also, to get Black Panther out the way, yeah, he's literally within the same formula. Is that not like too much the same? But him and Spider-Man, I think those, to me personally, when I see people play Black Panther, like when I'm on healer and I see the kill cam of those two characters, I actively think, oh yeah, I'm never gonna try that character because I couldn't do it. That's genuinely why I know I'm putting them in hard, without a doubt. To me personally. And now that I'm actually looking at my list, low key, hard is just characters I know I don't have the skill for. That's really what these are going off of. Hard is like, I don't got the skill for it, or I gotta play an absurd amount of hours to be cool with that character. Middle is, give me some time and I can do it. Easy is, I could probably get on them the first game and be like, oh, okay, I understand it, and then play them good after the second game. That's kind of, I guess, what this list is really. All right, so next up on the chopping block, excuse me, we got Magic. To be honest, I don't think that this character is hard. And by the way, this ranking, this isn't like to get to their peak skill level, right? Because I don't think that the majority of people's goal isn't to get to a character's peak skill level. That's kind of like nerdish, right? Like, most of y'all are not trying to be a top 500 player. That's not the average person's goal. It's just to be, how hard is a character just to be good with or be decent with. That's really what I'm talking about here, right? This character, self-sustain, positioning kind of matters. I ain't gonna lie, it's a melee character, but yeah, this character's not that hard. I'm not gonna lie, it's really not, bro. It's a simple, go to the back line, wait your chance to get that pick. If it would help you if you knew the one-shot combo, that would help drastically, and then you just get that pick and leave. It's really not that hard, bro. It's very simple, bro. It's a simple character, bro. If you get that first dash in, you basically get a kill. That's it. Wolverine, yeah, not hard, bruh. Grab the tank, bring him back to your team, eat him up. That's literally it, bruh. It's the rhythm. Grab the tank, bring him back. That's it, and then do him in, bro. It's a very, like, I mean, it's a situational tank though, right? Like, you're not using them every game unless, you know, there's certain, you know. But yeah, it's pretty easy, bro. It's a yeah. Cloak and Dagger. Oh my goodness. I'm a Cloak and Dagger main, and honestly, this character is so hard that it's easy, bro. And like, I don't even think I have to explain why, bro. I don't gotta explain why. This is literally the character, the most lorded character in the game, bro. This is actually my favorite character. I ain't gonna lie. I love this character. I can't cap to you. It has such easy counters. Like, if you have if you're playing Spider-Man and Cloak and Dagger is on the team, which is honestly likely because this is such a highly played person, you might as well just swap off, bro, or at least stop going after the healers, bro. Go after somebody else. It's almost the perfect character. This character has went through so many nerfs, and that's because this character was just too easy and everybody was playing it, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It hurts me to say it because I want to pretend that it takes skill to use my Cloak and Dagger, but it don't, bro. I'd be lying to you. Auto aim. The positioning is very forgiving. Your heals bounce off walls, bro. So it's like every aim, positioning, and self-awareness are all so forgiving on this character, bro. It's literally free, bro. Like, you can literally, you just saw her walk in the other ult and just start doing shit, bro. Like, it's free, bro. It's so free. Also, to get some stuff out the way that I don't think anybody would disagree with, Squirrel Girl, easy. I don't think nobody's gonna disagree with that. I don't gotta go further into it. Punisher, easy. We've all played Call of Duty before. I don't think I have to go into why that's easy. I hope I don't. Scarlet Witch, easy. I don't think I have to go deeper into that. I'm just trying to get the ones that are 100% easy where nobody's going to be, you know, mad at me. I'm trying to get them out the way real quick. You know what I'm saying? Just to shorten the time span of this video. And also, Jeff, easy. I don't think nobody's going to be mad at that or yap about that, bro. It's literally is Jeff. Big AoE attack and very forgiving heals. A lot of heals, bro. Alt's pretty forgiving. Oh, also Moon Knight, easy, right? Like, you hit one person, you hit everybody. I don't think nobody's gonna disagree with that either. Yeah, all right, now this is where the combo really starts. I'm going to be putting Black Widow in easy because to get on her average, it isn't hard because she sucks anyway, right? Like, she's not, nobody be playing her for a reason. To be average with her isn't hard because her average is not doing that much to begin with. Yeah, next, bro. I don't want to stress on her, bro. All right, so next we got the Human Torch. Now, look, hear me out, right? I think all Sky characters are on a different level. You know what I'm saying? Like, normally I would say positioning matters. Bro, you have a position that nobody else can tread. Like, there's only like, what, 4 characters? Low-key 3 characters that can go where you can go, bro. Your positioning is already different as it is, bro. I don't think I ain't never complained about a flying character's positioning because I can't even really fathom how to position with your character, bro. You're your own thing, bro. You can just go anywhere, bro. The sky is literally yours. Aiming, his stuff's really forgiving. You're just gonna be throwing a lot of fire on the ground, bro. I don't think there's anything hard about this character, bro. I really don't, bro. This character is free low, for real, if you know. And then I'm also a controller player. I'm a console player. People's aim are horrendous on controller right now. There's no like actual real good aim assist. There's a reason why Hella is dominating PC lobbies. Yeah, I ain't never really seen people banning Hella in console lobbies. That shit, it don't happen. That's funny, and it's funny. This character's easy, bro. It's free low, bro. Iron Fist, also another easy character, bro. Literally go in, dive in, hit. They're gonna turn around and hit you. Boom, full health and an extra 1,000 shield. Not literally 1,000 shield, but like, bro, you can literally parry ultimates. Like, easy, bro. Easy, man. I'm not gonna keep talking to y'all about it, bro. Next we got Psylocke, bro. She literally has the perfect kit. She has mobility, she has damage. You don't have to really micromanage her cooldowns because everything's gonna damn near just be there when it's there, bro. She has a decent ultimate. Literally the perfect character, no complaints. I don't think this character is easy. This character deadass has everything in their arsenal. I would say this is that character where, like, unless you're just doing bad because you're bad at the game, I don't think I've ever told a Psylocke to switch because they're countering you. Like it's just the perfect character. It's easy. It's literally just easy. Next we got Mantis. I'm not gonna lie, bro. You really have to aim with Mantis. If your positioning is off, you're actually easy pickings. Yes, I know you can put people to sleep, you can put them to bed, but like, bro, bad positioning is gonna get you crunched on and destroyed. Bad is self-awareness. Like I said, the big three: self-awareness, positioning, and aiming, bro. And I ain't gonna lie, she's 100%. She needs 2 of those, and the third one, it's arguable if she needs, but I would say she still needs it, bro. I'm gonna give, but at the very least, I would give her mid on the same level as these two because of the aim, and you still kind of need to be self-aware, and you gotta have decent positioning. But you can honestly argue she's up there, and I wouldn't be mad at it. But I'm gonna put it right there because you know, I'm not gonna be too heavy on it. And I want y'all to know, a lot of this list so far comes from the meta being dive. You're going to be getting dived a lot as healer. So these healers, how easy is it to avoid being dog food in the dive? You know what I'm saying? Let's do Star-Lord next because I want to. It's another character where it's just a really good all-around character. We came back to our Star-Lord dying. Oh, wait, no, the game ended. Wait, that's not what we want to see. Star-Lord is a good character, good mobility. Like, it's very forgiving if you have bad movement because, I said that wrong. It's very forgiving if you have bad placement of where you are because the movement is so crazy. Not that many people can keep up with you. I would argue this is like, movement-wise, this is top 5 characters in the game, right? Like, that got good movement. Good damage. It's literally just a good all-around character, bro. I don't think this is a hard character to play. You have to have aim, but it's very forgiving. Even the aiming is very forgiving because it's not like a highly skilled aiming thing. It's very, and then, oh, don't get me started on this freaking ult, bro. You don't want to just go ahead and get on easy, bro. Just go ahead and get on easy, dog. It's not that hard, bro. And then to finish these last 3 off, look, Namor, let's be real. Most of the time when people are on Namor, them squids are squidding, and you're just the extra damage. You would think that the squids are the chip damage, and you're the main damage. No, it's the reverse. You're the chip damage. You probably hit one of them spears, bro, and you let them squids do the rest. Let's be honest, bro. And then Storm, hey, Flyers, they got their own stuff. It's the same thing I said with the Human Torch. The exact same thing, except for I don't necessarily know if she's better than him anymore because, you know, the patches. But, you know, y'all already know. And then Adam Warlock, once again, heavily aim-oriented, especially with the new buffs. If you are not aiming, if you're not getting headshots, at that point, people gonna be telling you to switch, bro. So, yeah, and he's dive food. He's dive food once again. I think the majority of this list, right? The list is done. This is my finalization for who is harder. But this list is coming from who is harder in this current 2.0 season where everybody is diving 24/7. Hypothetically speaking, right? Based off what we are seeing here, there is way more damage percent-wise. Let's talk about like percentage of damages that are in easy compared to the percentage of healers that are in easy, right? I think percent-wise, there's 5 supports that are not in easy comparatively. Out of 8, there's 5 supports that are not easy to play in the current meta or the current game state we are in versus, I don't even know how many DPSs that is. That's like what? At 20 DPSs, it's easier to play 15 of the DPSs out of the 20 in the current state of the game that we are in. Y'all understanding what I'm saying? It makes sense for Necros to say support is easy because he's literally playing the hardest DPS in the game, right? But if you are playing a Moon Knight and you're trying to tell me that it's harder for you to play than for me to be playing a Loki, you're just a liar, bro. And then also, on the contrary, if I'm in a game where there's no dives, any healer is honestly easier than DPS. And I will agree with that. If I'm on literally any healer and there's not one dive, my job is infinitely easier than every other DPS in that game. 100%. But like I said, in the current game we are in, it is harder playing support because of the dive. Give me y'all opinions in the comment below. Don't be scared to say y'all rank 2 when you give your opinions, because I would love to hear the rank of each opinion, or the opinion of each type of ranked player. I would like to hear, like, if you like, oh, I think this, and this. I'm diamond, by the way. I just want to, get a little understanding of it. I do, like I said, believe plat diamonds, since that is quite literally the middle road. Like, out of all the ranks, those are the two in the middle. So I think y'all gaming experience is the more generic gaming experience. So I would love to hear y'all opinions. Let me hear it.